I was a little busy, throwing up and whatnot, and like laying down in the bathtub to be concerned, to be too concerned about, the cats fucking outside. But, but no, I was finally able to get to sleep. At about, I want to say at about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Like everything had finally settled down to the point where I was like, okay, let me lie down. All right, everything's good. Everything's good. Next thing I know, I hear this bang. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Next thing I know, there's Lebowski sitting up on your windowsill where the big box fan used to start sitting, and there's the box fan on the ground, and Lebowski's sitting right where it used to be. I'm just like, you son of a bitch. I'm just like, you fucking prick. What I wouldn't give for a wood chipper right now. Oh my god. You fucking asshole.
That sucks.
It sucks. I can laugh about it now, but I mean, Jesus Christ, man. Holy shit. I wanted to kill your cat.
He woke us up. He woke Liz up 2 nights in a row. He woke me up last night, or the night before.
I bet you had the same reaction. Like, God, I wish I had a wood chipper right now. You son of a bitch.
Well, no, it was because this other cat came around and he was getting all like protective and shit. And we think that the cat might have provoked him because there's like marks on the other side of our wall, like, paws and shit. So we think that the cat like came up to the window and was like doing shit. And because like we were like, seriously, I was laying in bed like 2 nights ago, and all of a sudden I just hear like this god awful noise. I was like, what the fuck was that? And I hear like rustling and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I go out and Lebowski's all up in arms and shit, and I look outside and there's another cat, and I'm like, aha, that would do it. But like, I just shot out of bed. Like, I swear to God, it sounded like someone was, I don't know, getting dragged down the street or something.
You're just like, motherfucker, I gotta watch this.
It sounded terrible. I was like, what the fuck? And I'm out there, and he's all like at this other cat and shit. I'm like, oh, Christ. Can't I sleep?
Dude, I wanted to open up the box fan, just like set it on the ground and just like hang your cat from the ceiling and just like slowly lower him in like a James Bond villain.
Oh, jeez.
Like, this is not very funny now, is it, Mr. Biggs?
Maybe I don't want you house sitting. What are you gonna do to my cat?
I won't do it. I took good care of him.
He only got a few bruises. It's all right.
That's fine. He'll recover.
A few cuts and scrapes. He'll live.
Really, it's just the mental scars you got to be concerned about, anyways.
Oh man.
Yeah, just made him watch fucking satanic videos and a whole bunch of other shit. But you got to admit, he's very strong-willed. He really didn't crack until I started showing him the Nazi propaganda videos.
Oh shit.
I was walking by, he had one of his front paws raised. I was like, you son of a bitch.
He's trying to send you a message.
He's like, I know you're part Jewish.
Two can play at this game, asshole. Oh man. Maybe that's why you tipped the fan over.
Maybe. That would make the world's worst movie, though. It's like an army of Nazi cats.
Sounds like a terrible B movie.
Who should make it?
Okay.
Could be worse than some of the other shit we've seen.
We'll do it with stuffed animals so that it'll look worse, and so we don't get, PETA on our ass.
It's just even better, just like stuffed cats, but like have them hanging by strings like marionettes.
Yeah. Just as low budget as possible. Nazi cats. No, I need a better name than that.
Invasion of the Nazi pussies.
Mine fur her.
Mine furry.
Mine furry. Oh shit.
Mine cat.
Mine cat. Oh man.
All right, so here's what we'll do. We'll take a real break now. While Bruce and I figure out how many circles of hell we're going to be plummeting through.
And how many other titles we can come up with.
Exactly. Like, there's no more circles. We just keep falling.
Let's just go through them all again.
All right. Here's a little Kane Roberts, Women on the Edge of Love, on STS Radio.
Hey, this is Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle and TNA wrestler. And you're listening to the STS Radio Show. Oh, it's real. It's damn real.
Thanks a lot, Kurt. I still have to chuckle about the behind-the-scene thing about that every time I hear it. So, all right, so let's kind of jump into it. So, I went to the Chiller Theater convention yesterday. What was it? The 27th.
Nice. In Parsippany still?
Yeah, it was still in Parsippany. It was a different hotel than it was in the past couple times.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where was it this time?
It was at some Sheraton in Parsippany. It looked like this big fucking castle. I'm like, well, that's kind of fitting. So,
was it bigger?
It didn't
About
feel
the same size.
The floor area didn't feel bigger, but you know, it was still relatively the same size.
Pretty packed?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, it was pretty packed, and excuse me. Still got a weak voice because I was all fucking giggles yesterday. So it was me. You remember my buddy Jeff, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I took his daughter Liz down, and I took her boyfriend down.
Mm-hmm.
So there's three of us driving. They get here at about 6:10. We leave about 6:20 in the morning. Stop at Dunkin' Donuts, and then just fucking full-on throttle down there. So we end up... well, here's the thing, man. It turns out my car is a piece of shit. Like, I know it doesn't look it, but... So, we're on the...
not accelerating or something?
Well, no. Here's the thing, man. Like, you know, I've taken like trips with it, you know, to get to work and whatnot, and it's always been fine.
Mm-hmm.
We got caught up in traffic on the George Washington Bridge, and next thing I know, there's like smoke coming out of the engine. I'm just like, okay, that's not fucking good. I think we're gonna die. So I realized, okay, shit, the car's fucking overheating. This is not good.
Usually not. No.
But the only weird thing was, you know, the temperature thing on the inside of the car was at halfway. It wasn't like in the red or anything. Like, it wasn't in that like really like, hey, fuck you, this is really really hot. You know, do something.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's really weird. So I got to take my car over to the mechanics tomorrow or Tuesday.
So it was overheating, but it didn't really show you any indication that it was overheating?
Right.
That sucks.
So we get down to
That's like really inconvenient.
Yeah, it's really inconvenient. So so we get down there, and I you know, pull into the parking lot, open up the hood, and there's like maybe a couple drops of antifreeze in the tank. I was just like, you're fucking kidding. I was like, I know I had, you know, the full fucking tank before we left. I was like, that's kind of fucked, but all right, man, whatever. So go in the trunk, pour more in and whatnot, and I can just see like the antifreeze level just like going down. I'm just like, all right, there's got to be a leak in here somewhere. Like, I didn't see a puddle underneath the car or anything like that, so I was like, all right, this is kind of fucked.
Mm-hmm.
You know, fuck it, I'll talk about that later. I'm kind of getting off track here. I'm just like, what the fuck? little fucking gnome in my head just kicking me like, stay on course, you asshole. Yeah, dumb prick.
So you want to skip the car trouble story? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I can do this in two parts. I can talk about the car trouble first, and then I can go back and talk about Chiller. So, you know, might as well just...
Yeah, you might as well, because I mean, this is still like going to the Chiller. I mean, you're not quite there yet, so fuck it. Why don't you tell that story first? So, after Chiller, we end up going to a local Walmart and like getting more antifreeze. Because I turn the car back on, and you know the fucking antifreeze light comes on. You know, even though I just poured all that antifreeze into the car. I'm just like, Jesus fucking Christ. So I went to the Walmart and I got more antifreeze, and I ended up pouring like almost half of the fucking thing into the tank. Oh man.
But you know, everything was kosher. There was it wasn't smoking or anything on the way back, and you know, thankfully that got worked out. But like I said, I'm going to take it to the mechanic on Monday or Tuesday and just be like, what's going on here?
Yeah. Aren't you supposed to add antifreeze when it's cold? Like when the car's cold, like not like after you've driven it.
Well, no,
Think I'm wrong.
because like antifreeze helps like cool it down.
Ah,
Yeah, it's for like the radiator and shit.
right.
Dumbass.
I know absolutely nothing about cars, so.
Neither do I. But, neither do I. But I've picked up a few things.
Oh well, fuck you.
Like you remember the Dynasty that I had?
Oh yeah, the one that I bought from you.
Yeah, when I first bought that car, it didn't have a tank for the antifreeze. I had to go to the mechanic and get them to put in one.
That's awesome.
So every now and then I'd have to pull over the car and just pour the fucking antifreeze into the radiator.
Dude, if I'm not mistaken, you had car trouble when we went to Chiller too.
We did, yes. Yes, we did. That
Yeah,
was
like the car like wouldn't start or something like that.
Yeah, it kept stalling out, and it turned out it was just what the hell was it? I don't remember what it was, but it turned out the thing was like dirty or needed
It was
to
the
be replaced.
schlingamabobber.
Yeah, it was that thing. So it turned out that thing was dirty and needed to be replaced anyways, so, but we got back all right, so shut up.
I'm just saying, it's interesting that
I'm just saying, there's a
you go to
pattern
Chiller
here.
and you're like, I'm just saying, shut up.
I'm just saying, shut your mouth.
I'm just saying, fuck you, die.
Nazi cats, get him!
Oh shit. So okay, you had car trouble before Chiller, but you kind of resolved it after Chiller. But how was Chiller itself?
Chiller itself was fucking awesome. I gotta give my hats off to those guys, man, because they know how to put on a hell of a show.
I have to say, I wasn't really impressed by the billing this year. There were a couple people that I would have, liked to have seen, but it wasn't really worth making the trip for me to do it. So
Yeah, I mean, if there's only like 2 or 3 people that you wanted to see, it wasn't really worth it. But
yeah.
For me, it
You know, it's bad when you're sitting there like, do I want to meet Greg Valentine? No, not really. I mean, it would have been cool to meet like Lawler and Little Nell from Rocky Horror, but
Yeah.
I think that's about the extent of the people that I wanted to see, to be honest.
Barry Bostwick.
Fuck Barry Bostwick. I don't give no 2 shits about Barry. Yeah, he was in that movie, but fuck Barry Bostwick.
Fuck you, Brad Majors. Nobody likes
Doesn't
you.
take a lot of talent to march around in your fucking underwear and sound like a retard, so.
Like, here's your
Retard's
job.
not the word.
Like
Nerd is the word.
Like, here's your job. You got to look like Clark Kent and march around in your underwear.
Pretty much, yeah. When you mention it, he pretty much was a naked Clark Kent.
He pretty much was, yeah.
You know? Like a characteristic or a caricature of humanity, if you will. As Bill, played by David Carradine, put it in Kill Bill 2.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because that was his favorite superhero, Superman, because he was different in that respect.
Well, yeah.
That his superhero alter ego was Clark Kent instead of the other way around.
Yeah.
It is interesting. Because especially as of today, that's still the only hero that's like that.
Yeah, it really is, man.
You know?
It really
It's
is.
kind of cool that he's kept that the whole time. I mean, despite the fact that they've, the shit that they've done to him over the years, at least he's kept that.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
Like, he doesn't even work at the Daily Planet anymore.
I know.
Like, now he's a blogger. Like, great.
Now he's grown a pussy. So.
Yeah, now he's growing a super veg.
Super veg. Oh shit. So who did you actually end up meeting?